Hello friends, my name is Parvez and I am here to present my research on using problem-based learning to teach ethics in one of the religious education centers in Mumbai, India. Before we move forward, I would like you to have a look at some of the pictures as it may help us in understanding the rationale behind this research. What do we see here? Excessive consumerism, people being bullied, stress, fight in the name of religion or nationalism, dilemma of being right or wrong. All these images make us think who we are, what do we stand for. As a religious education teacher, I believe it's all about our ethics. However, there are certain intriguing questions to reflect on. Can ethics be taught? Does teaching of moral values and notion of development leads to its internalization and application? What can a teacher do to create enough opportunities for students to imbibe ethical underpinnings of the curriculum and articulate their concerns, questions and doubts about these values? So what is problem-based learning? According to Barrows and Temple in 1980, PBL involves learning in ways that use problem scenarios to encourage students to engage themselves in the learning process. What are some of the major characteristics of PBL? It believes that real-life situations should be the starting point for learning. In addition, PBL allows students to be independent learner, that is called self-directed learning. Moreover, PBL emphasizes in collaboration, in teamwork of students while solving problems. So this research was conducted in the year 2012 in a 7th grade class in Mumbai where students of 12 to 13-year-olds, girls and boys were involved. What did I find? I found that students were unable to relate to issues given in the curriculum. Students lacked problem-solving skills. Moreover, this approach, that is PBL, was not applicable to all the topics of the curriculum. Research methods used to collect data involve interviews of the teachers who are either teaching this curriculum or this ethics curriculum, or those who have taught. In addition, focus group interviews of the students were taken, and in the end, it involved reflective journal of the researcher, that is my reflective journal. On analyzing the data, I found out different causes for this situation and the dichotomy between literature and what was found. And the possible reasons were: students came from different socio-economic background. That's why they come from different background. It was difficult for them to become a cohesive group there. Students went to different secular schools. Some went to good international schools, whereas others went to average schools. Most of the local schools focus on textual learning and provides less opportunity for group work and independent inquiry, which hampered their learning while using this approach. In addition to this, due to poor understanding of English language, some of the students struggled to comprehend problems and conduct independent inquiry. One of the important findings of this research was insensitivity of students towards certain social problems. Now, in Indian context, students are exposed to all these problems such as begging, poverty, regularly. So over a period of time, due to overexposure, they become insensitive to these issues. Furthermore, religious education classes are held only once a week, and that also only for 3 hours. It created certain problems for implementing this approach. Moreover, infrastructure did not allow more experiments to be conducted while using problem-based learning. And last but not the least, competency of a teacher. As a teacher, when I was implementing this approach in class, I struggled to understand what is PBL because it always challenged me as a teacher. So what was done to ensure that students are using PBL? So in the beginning, students were introduced to different problems and the language used to understand problems through games, puzzles, videos or dilemmas. Later on, students were introduced to problem-solving skills. One of the most important things which was done here was students were given freedom, or I can say autonomy, to select their problems from their lives or from the local area. Group task was given to students to identify problems from their local society and suggest solutions for it. And in the end, language of the problem was simplified so it becomes easier for students to comprehend it. So what were some of the emerging trends of this research? First, it is important to contextualize, to make it relevant to students' life. The issues which are given in the curriculum, students found it difficult because they were not able to connect to their lives. Students developed empathy. Over a period of time, when students started investigating issues from their society, they started empathizing with the stakeholders whom they were blaming in the beginning. Students became independent thinkers. They enhanced their language skills. It allowed students to apply what they are learning in the class. Students were able to make connection between local and global things. Initially, they struggled to work as a team because they came from different schools and different backgrounds, but they developed team skills. They became owner of their own learning, and moreover, the most important thing, when students were asked what steps, what path they had taken to resolve these issues, they realized that they were using their ethical understanding which they have learned over a period of time in the religious education centers. There were many learnings. Two most important learnings of PBL were, it is important for teachers to play a key role. Teachers' role is very, very significant, and group work is very important for PBL because PBL cannot be conducted in isolation. Students have to work together as a group under the guidance of the teacher. Here's the bibliography for the research. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any suggestions or questions, please do write to me. Thank you very much.